Good morning, guys. This is Hectoria. How are you? First, I want to welcome all the new subscribers to my channel, and I am so thankful that you guys are here. I'm sorry it has taken me so long. It's been about 2 weeks since I uploaded a video. Honestly, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. What I am realizing now is I do have to start batching up my videos, shoot them maybe 3 or 4 of them in a day in order to get on a regular schedule. So that is something I am working on. I am so sorry it took so long to come back. Today's topic, pretty short, and I just wanted to, let me adjust this a little bit. I just wanted to talk about two things that really helped us get started on our journey towards financial freedom. And I'm talking about when we were heavily in debt. The very first thing was mindset. Okay. I know there are thousands of videos on mindset, especially your money mindset. And there's a reason why it is so important to get your mind aligned with what you're trying to do. Okay, you've heard, is it Rene Descartes? I think, therefore I am. Um, you know, you have to think positively, and there's a reason for that. Is because we attract more of what we think. Okay, our mindset shapes our attitudes. So if your attitude has always been, I never have money, I'm always broke, I can never keep money, then those are the things you truly believe, because over time, the more you say it, the more it manifests itself, the more it tends to happen. And then you're like, see, I told you I'm always broke, but it's because that's what you think of yourself. And that's because of how, unfortunately, things have happened in the past, and you've held on to it, and that's what you continue to say. So nothing is going to change. I had to work on this, okay? Not the broke part, but just that I could be doing better. That was my mindset, that I had to challenge myself. I could be doing better. You have extra money after your bills, hey, you're winning. So mindset and money wasn't really something I thought about a lot. And once I started shifting the way I thought, feeling like, it doesn't have to be this way, I started looking for books. I started listening to podcasts. I started following the Ramsey podcast, because what he was teaching was something different. To manifest good things into my life, I have to say, I deserve, if I want to go out for a job, I have to believe it. If I want, to raise happy kids, I have to believe it. It's your mindset overall. It shapes all your attitudes. Whatever it is you are struggling with, or whatever it is that you decide to start, especially your debt-free journey, I encourage you to check your mindset, okay? Wish good things for yourself, and that made a huge difference, guys. The second thing that was so important to me, I had to learn to say no and not have to explain myself. Okay? I don't know about the rest of you guys. No is not something that used to come easy to me. And it's not how we were raised. Saying no, I used to think was like, oh, you didn't want to be helpful. But I have come to learn that the word no and setting up boundaries is actually not just you loving yourself, but you loving the other person. Okay? I had to learn how to set up boundaries when we were getting out of debt. It was so important to set up boundaries. Now, and that came in different forms, okay? When we started, my husband and I, we came to the realization that if stuff hits the fan, there was no one at that time that we could call and say, hey, can you help me out? There was no one. No one was financially secure that I could depend on them. I honestly realized that it was all on us, okay? So setting up boundaries then was necessary in order for us to, focus, pay off our debt, get to the point where we could, financially stand on our own 2 feet. Okay? The reason this topic even popped in my head, my sister sent me a podcast, and I'll put the link in here. It was mind blowing. I mean, a lot of the things she was saying, I was like, yep, yep. Because boundaries are so important, especially when you are getting out of debt. Actually, it's important in life, including when you're getting out of debt, because that's when everyone wants to borrow money, okay? And if you're not strong enough, you are going to say, sure, even though you haven't paid X, Y, and Z bills, right? That's when people want to take trips. Saying no to those things, like, no, guys, I can't go on this trip with you guys, maybe in a year. No, I can't go to this restaurant with you guys, maybe next time. Saying no and sticking to your plan is so important. If you don't have those healthy boundaries set up, right? If people can just come in and out of your life. Like, have you noticed that sometimes when you put up your boundaries, other people get so offended, like you've insulted their mama or something? Like, no, you don't get a say in what we do with our money. And if that's not okay with you, then oh well, right? So I had to learn this, guys. And I'm still learning it. It's still something that every now and then I have to check myself and say, am I saying yes because I want to? Am I saying yes because I don't want the drama? Am I saying yes because I just want to be friendly? Whatever the case is, boundary setting is so important when you're trying to get out of debt, okay? I no longer loan money out. I used to loan money out. It was such an ordeal trying to get your money back. It wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. If someone asks me for money, I just give it. If I have it and I want to give it, I just give it. And hey, if it comes back, cool. But in my mind, I have, separated myself from that money. I've said, you know what? It is out of sight, out of mind. It's done. It's not worth the stress of trying to get your money back. It's not. Years ago, I heard on Steve Harvey Morning Show that, I think his analogy was, if someone asks you for money, depending on what they ask you for, try to give them 10%, right? If you can do anything, if you feel inclined to do anything, give them 10%. So he gave the example. If someone comes and says, hey, Hecky, can I borrow $1,000? Chances of me getting $1,000 back is zero. So no, you cannot borrow $1,000 from me. I love you too much to let $1,000 ruin our friendship. So no, I cannot loan you $1,000. But check this, I can give you $100. Now, if you're serious and you need that $1,000, if you're bold enough to go ask 9 other people for $100, hey, have at it, right? But I will give you the $100, if it's my loved ones, if I want to, because I understand what you're going through and I want to help. So this is all I can give. But that $100 wouldn't scar me as much as $1,000, right? So if you can, that was one of the things I learned to do along the way. If I had it in my budget, I would give you a portion of what you were asking for. If I had it in my budget, and I made a mental note that I am not getting this money back, and it's okay, right? But if you don't set up boundaries, financially, in your personal life, in your work life, people will just walk all over you and you will end up being so resentful. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope everyone is well. All right, have a good day.